Hi, this screencast is going to show you how to use the Flubaroo script, a way to grade your Google Forms responses. So you see right here that I'm editing my form, and the first thing I need to do after I create my form is to set up the spreadsheet. So you go to responses, then you go to either choose or change response destination. That will create your spreadsheet. Next thing you need to do is you actually need to fill out your form with an answer key. You typically want to do that first before anyone else has filled out the form. So I'm just going to quickly do this. There's some question text here. This is the kind of questions that cannot be graded through the form. I'm going to submit. Now if I go to the responses, you can see there's my key. Now the Flubaroo is a script, so you need to go to Tools, Script Gallery, and then search for Flubaroo. You can go to Install, and you have to give it authorization. Now you see it added a tab up here called Flubaroo. Now one thing you need to do is you actually need to create another sheet called Student Submission. This is where you're going to send all of the answers, and Flubaroo is going to grade them. Now you may wonder, why do we have to create another sheet? Well, when people fill out the form, this spreadsheet is going to get filled with responses. And then if you were to grade it, what ends up happening is that when the next person fills out the form, it sort of messes up the sheet. So what you have to do is you actually have to use a formula called the array formula. So we're going to type it in as a formula. So equals array, just click that. Then we need to put the name of the sheet that we're going to get the answers from. So you denote it like this. Now the spreadsheet knows to look for the answers here. Now you have to pick which cells. So let's just look at it. You actually have to start at the timestamp. So this is actually cell A. I'm going to use my $sign A, so that if I change the spreadsheet at all, it's always going to look for the timestamp and not something else that got replaced in A. So we want to start at the first cell in A. Now I'm going to go to, which ones do I actually want to grade? I'm going to actually go to I, because it can't grade a text or paragraph question. So I'm going to do $sign again, to J, $sign, and I'm just going to pick a large number so that, let me say 100. This is random, but I just want to make sure I have enough space for Flubaroo to grade. All right, so you can see that it copied the form response and it sent it to student submission. Okay, so whenever someone fills out the form, then the answer will be copied onto student submission. Now I'm going to go to Flubaroo, and let's say other people have graded the assignment. Matter of fact, let's fill out the form so you can see this happening. And I'm just going to randomly pick some answers and go to submit. All right, now if we go to the form, you can see, first of all, in form responses, it's copied this here, sent it to student submissions. Now I'm going to go to Flubaroo. I'm going to say grade assignment. Now it's going to want to know which questions do we want to grade and how many points. Well, we want to skip username and name because that just identifies a student. And then these are the ones I want to grade. But again, I don't want to grade question 5, so I'm going to say skip grading, or I could have picked identify students, that's all right. And I can change the point value if I wanted to. We're going to set them all equal. Go to continue. And it's going to want to know which row has the answer key. So that's why when you send in the answer key, typically you want that to be the first one, and name you want to put key so you know to always look where the answer key is. So I'm going to click here. So this is the answer key. So it knows to compare whatever is in that row with the student responses. So it's going to take a while to grade. All right, so it says grade complete. Click on view grades. And now you can see from this student, I got a 50%, tells you how many times it was submitted. And you could even look question by question, so you can do a question analysis. You can email students a grade. This is actually pretty cool. So you go to Flubaroo, assuming you collected the username, and go to email grades. Now it wants to know where is the email address, and since I had the form collect username, that's the email address, the friends in their username. And I usually like to include an answer key and then a little message that you can send to your student, and it will send the student an email. And this is the email that the student has received, so it tells the grade and then shows the answer key below. And that's the Flubaroo script on Google Forms. Thank you.